Dear Greg, my boss called me in and said I was difficult to get along with, and that I was causing problems not only for him, but for other people in the office. He says I resist direction and don't take criticism well. And he says I'm too critical of everybody else. But I really think he's exaggerating. I think the people around me are more of a problem than I am. But, on the other hand, my wife says the same thing about me that my boss does. I'm confused. What do I do?
Listen to what these people are saying. There's an old saying that if one person tells you that you're a horse, you can ignore it. If two people tell you, you might think about it. If three people tell you, buy a saddle. Your boss, your coworkers, and your wife are all telling you a similar story. It's time to listen. Why listen? Because if you don't, it sounds quite likely that you'll lose your job. And if you're doing this at home and your wife is telling you about it and you're ignoring her, which you have been so far, there's no way your marriage is fulfilling either. And if you keep this up, the consequences will get worse and worse with time. You end up terminally alienating your children, if you have any, your coworkers, your wife, pretty much everybody. It's time to listen. So, what would listening look like? Make an appointment with your boss. Tell him something like this, quote, I've been thinking about what you said to me, and it has to be true. You're seeing these characteristics in me. Other people at work are, and my wife is, so it seems pretty unlikely that everybody is making this up. The only reason I resisted you when you talked to me the other day is that I am literally blind to these behaviors in myself. I guess I've been acting like this with people for so long that I just don't know that I'm doing it. So, I want you to know two things. First, I really did not realize what I was doing. And second, I don't want to keep doing it. So, I'm going to need some help here. If you're willing, I'd like to meet with you periodically so you can point out some specific instances of my behaviors that would help me realize the overall pattern so I can begin to change my behavior. I'm also going to be asking my wife to do this so I can get all the feedback I can get. Would you be willing to do that? End quote. As you do this, you'll be demonstrating to your boss that you're serious about listening and about changing. Then do the same thing with your wife. Ask her to tell you about the things that you're doing that are interfering with your relationship. This is a great opportunity for you, not just to save your job, but to enrich the rest of your life. Take advantage of it.